When you think about oral sex, you might think, okay, we know the basics.
Right. Same old discussion.
Exactly. But today, we're going, well, a bit deeper. We're drawing from Dr. Sonia Borg's book, Oral Sex You'll Never Forget.
And let me tell you, it's not the usual surface level stuff. She really promises something different.
Oh, definitely. The book claims it's not the same old discussion, and honestly, it delivers.
Yeah, the sheer variety she gets into. I mean, fantasy BJs, special skills, cunnilingus. It's quite something, a proper deep exploration.
It really is. You open it up, and it's just this huge range of ideas, and it's clear right away it's not just about what you do physically.
Yeah, the mindset is big.
Totally. So our plan is to pull out some of the most, intriguing bits, give you a quick way to get well informed on this, maybe find a few surprises.
Sounds good. So where should we start? That mindset piece seems pretty central.
I think so. What really struck me was how Dr. Borg frames it. It's not just something you do. It's presented as a gift.
A gift from the heart. Yeah, not just going through the motions or like feeling obligated.
Exactly. It changes the whole perspective, doesn't it?
It does. And that connects to her other point that this is a learned skill.
Right. Not something you're just naturally good or bad at.
Anyone can get better. You just need the knowledge and the practice.
And she talks about confidence, too, or lack of confidence. How that, or maybe bad experiences in the past, can really get in the way of enjoying it for everyone involved.
Uh-huh. Like, step one is getting your head right, being open, maybe letting go of some hang-ups.
Yeah, exactly. Which I guess leads naturally into the next bit, understanding the equipment, so to speak, anatomy and arousal.
Which might sound a bit clinical,
A little bit, maybe.
but it's presented as essential for that whole intentional approach we were just talking about.
True. The book gives you the rundown: penis, testicles, then vulva, clitoris, vagina, even the Bartholin's and Skene's glands. Places maybe not everyone thinks about.
And the male sexual response cycle, too. Arousal, orgasm, refractory period, the stages.
But the key thing isn't just listing parts, right?
No, not at all. It's about connecting that knowledge to giving better, more tailored pleasure, knowing how different areas respond, how arousal actually feels and builds.
Yeah. And she throws in these little sex hacks, like the one about average penis size.
Oh, right. Which is good for, normalizing things. Everyone's different, and that's okay, appreciating the uniqueness.
Totally. So once you've got that foundation,
Mm-hmm.
then things get pretty imaginative.
Ah, yes. The fantasy BJs. That section was fun.
It really was. What caught your eye there?
Well, the creativity. The private strip club BJ, all about the build-up, the slow reveal.
Yeah, that was good. And the perfect stranger BJ, acting like you don't know each other. That power dynamic shift.
Oh.
Interesting.
Definitely about shaking things up. And the threesome BJ idea.
With the blindfold.
Yeah. Using alternating techniques to mimic male partners. Pretty clever.
And using scent. The scent of a woman BJ. Putting on perfume to become someone else.
It just shows how all the senses play a part, adding layers.
Then you have the ones like the porn star BJ.
Watching porn together, adopting that persona. She even mentions smudge-proof lipstick.
Ah, details. And the goddess BJ, which seemed more about embracing your own power and sexuality. Maybe a new outfit, a glittery mask.
Right. It's all about injecting that excitement, breaking routine, using imagination, playfulness.
It really highlights how bringing fantasies to life, consensually, can add a whole new level to things.
Absolutely. Deepen the connection. Okay, so from fantasy, should we get into specific techniques? Fellatio first.
Yeah, let's do it. She has these categories: lazy BJs, special skills BJs, even BJ games.
The lazy ones sound intriguing.
Like the guided BJ. Basically getting explicit instructions for maximum pleasure, minimum guesswork.
Makes sense. And the special skills, that sounds more involved.
Yeah, things like the yin-yang BJ for balance.
Yeah.
The P-spot BJ targeting that specific spot.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Under the penis head.
All right. And then the more advanced stuff like deep throat BJ, swallow BJ, those take practice, I imagine.
Definitely. And the details she goes into for some techniques.
Wow. Like the hump day BJ with the fist grip and grabbing the tie. Very specific sensations.
Or the alter ego BJ, really becoming someone else, doing the research.
Picking a signature accessory.
Uh-huh.
And the nostalgic old school BJ trying to recapture that youthful vibe.
Then there are the location-based ones. Special delivery BJs.
Ah, the public play element. The barroom BJ. The mile high BJ.
Which obviously adds that thrill of risk.
Ah.
But she also mentions, being practical, finding privacy, maybe doing a dry run.
Good advice. And the do-it-yourself BJs. So creative.
Changing the light bulb with the
Yeah.
hand motions.
Yeah, and the laundry BJ with bursts of air, finding the erotic in the everyday.
Then the themed ones, birthday BJ with finger flutters and icing.
Or BJ on the rocks,
Yeah.
using ice. That contrast of temperature.
It's just endless variations, and she often includes perfect the move tips within these.
Like practicing the perineum push for the barroom BJ.
Exactly. Or rehearsing the mile-high BJ. It shows that even the playful stuff benefits from a bit of thought and technique.
Okay, so that's a lot on fellatio. Part 2 of the book really shifts focus hard onto cunnilingus, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It feels like a major centerpiece. So many event headliners and scenarios.
The sheer volume is impressive.
Yeah.
Like rock her world. Giving jewelry during oral sex.
Talk about a surprise. And the Aphrodite using mirrors, lighting, creating that whole sensual vibe, boosting body image.
And tantric cunnilingus, focusing on synchronized breathing for connection. It's not just physical.
No, it engages on lots of levels. Some are more practical, though, like shave before you eat.
Just acknowledging different preferences for sensation.
Right, or the whole donut massage, which is really about being super attentive, anticipating needs.
Then the more evocative ones, light her fire.
Yeah.
Both literally and figuratively, I guess.
Yeah, the passion you bring. And Wet and Wild exploring underwater stuff in a hot tub.
The Harlequin special made me chuckle using romance novels for inspiration.
Why not? And Wake Up Call the Tongue as an alarm clock. Unexpected.
It just shows you can weave anything into it. Thrill her from head to toe is a good reminder, too. Pleasure isn't just in one spot.
And I thought it was good she included a section on cunnilingus and the single lover.
Yeah, that felt important. Safer sex,
Yeah.
hookups, casual encounters,
Hmm,
acknowledging that reality.
definitely. Then it gets into cunnilingus on the sexual edge.
Dominant, submissive games.
Uh-huh. Bondage as foreplay, safe words, all crucial. And dirty girl cunnilingus using language.
Or naughty and nice. Maybe incorporating anal play. With consent, obviously.
Always with consent.
Eh.
Then there's another burst of fantasy in your cunnilingus fantasies come true.
Rhythm and flow cunnilingus, inspired by dance.
Nice. The Handman Special, using a vibe playfully.
Even pay-to-play cunnilingus, exploring negotiation and gifts, different dynamics.
The variety just keeps coming. Wild and a little rough cunnilingus outdoors.
Full-service cunnilingus, combining both acts.
Waterside cunnilingus in nature. The cunnilingus train while traveling. And of course, French cunnilingus for that themed feel.
It's almost overwhelming. And then there's special skills cunnilingus.
Right, this suggests more finesse, like downward dog, the yoga position for access.
Juicy squirt cunnilingus, targeting the G-spot.
Fire and ice, temperature play again.
Cool and refreshing minty mouthwash beforehand.
Could be the cunnilingus exercise, using movement. Cunnilingus on demand, really following her lead.
I like the steady tongue and the vulva whisper. They sound subtle.
Yeah, focusing on stillness or really nuanced stimulation, reading nonverbal cues, paying close attention.
And then quickies. Spice things up with cunnilingus quickies.
Car wash quickie, drive-through quickie, spontaneity, finding those moments.
And finally, the games. Games people play without their panties.
Playful titles, like combining masturbation and cunnilingus.
Using a remote-controlled vibe.
The cunnilingus challenge game. See if you can make her come.
Even a spelling game. Writing on her body with your tongue.
It's all about making it fun, interactive, exploratory.
And again, she includes specific technique tips, like the lollipop lick or darting tongue from the Harlequin one.
Uh-huh. And that other sex act about women being surprised. Men enjoy their natural scent.
Yeah, that challenges some common insecurities, maybe.
It all comes back to communication, consent, finding out what actually works for individuals.
And you noticed how toys are just woven into everything.
Yeah, seamlessly. It's not just mouth and hands. Vibes, dildos, cock rings.
Even ice cubes, that tool belt you mentioned.
Right. The cunnilingus sex toy game sections really lean into that. And simple things like flavored condoms for BJs.
It just expands the toolkit, doesn't it? More options for sensation, novelty.
Exactly. But, and this is a big but, the book keeps making.
It's not just about the techniques and the toys.
Precisely. The foundation is that connection. Mutual pleasure. It's emotional, relational.
That after the last orgasm bit reinforces that too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, talking about the refractory phase, oxytocin release, the bonding hormone. Intimacy doesn't just stop at orgasm.
So, wrapping this up,
Yeah.
it's safe to say Dr. Borg's book is, well, thorough.
Yeah. Comprehensive and incredibly imaginative, way beyond a basic how-to.
We've really only skimmed the surface of all the ideas in there. Mindset, anatomy, fantasies, techniques for him, techniques for her, toys,
That
connection.
covers so much ground.
So the aim here was just to give you, the listener, a sense of that depth, maybe spark an aha moment or two without being totally overwhelming.
Hopefully. So maybe as you think about all this, consider what resonates. A technique, a mindset shift, something about intention.
How might it apply to you? And maybe a final thought to leave you with.
Okay.
Given this huge, almost limitless array of possibilities we've talked about, what does that reveal about intimacy itself? About connection through oral pleasure,
That maybe the potential is far greater than we often assume.
perhaps? What assumptions might have been challenged for you listening today? Something to think about and, maybe talk about.
Definitely keep exploring, keep communicating.